Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle. Welcome to class. Today's class is a Vinyasa flow. And our affirmation for today is I am joyful. So, the focus of the class is finding joy in the poses that might feel a little uncomfortable. When you get ready, we'll come into child's pose. And then hopefully you can take that I am joyful and finding joy throughout the day today. So go ahead and walk your fingertips out, send your hips back on top of your heels, rest your forehead to the mat, and just begin to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Letting it effortlessly flow in and out of your nose or your mouth. Relaxing areas like your face, your jaw, your head, neck, and shoulders. And when you find yourself getting pulled away from your breath, remind yourself of your affirmation. I am joyful. So in order to find the joy within each pose and with each moment, we need to let go of our agenda, our expectations. When you're ready, start to activate your pose by stretching your fingertips out a little further and then activating your Ujjayi breathing. Breathing in and out of your nose, restricting the muscles in the very back of your throat, so it's a very controlled breath. On your next inhale, lift up your torso and walk your hands over to the right, waking up the left side of your body. Letting go of comparing your right to your left, rather than just observe it. Finding a little pause at the top of your next inhale. See if you can take another little sip in. And a quality exhale all the way to empty. At the end of the exhale, lift the torso up and inhale, walk your hands to the other side. Finding your inner smile and your kind eyes. Letting go in order to receive the joy. One more deep breath in over here. Just like pause at the top to maybe even take another sip in, feeling the body expand a little more. Exhale to empty. And your next inhale brings you back to center, reminding yourself of your affirmation. I am joyful. Lift up to all fours, line up the creases of your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, and start to wave your spine in cat-cows. Inhale, let the belly go. Pull the heart forward, start to drift the gaze up, stretching the throat. Exhale, start to round through the spine, starting at the low back, drawing the belly up and in, rounding the spine, and then tucking chin to chest. Inhale, cow spine your back, lifting your gaze, letting the gaze be the last thing that lifts. Exhale, round and curl, articulating through the spine. Push away from the earth. Inhale, let the belly go. Movement and breath are one. Exhale, round and curl. On your next inhale, pick up your feet, tuck your toes, and start to circle around your mat. Inhaling to the right and back, exhaling to the left and heart forward. Reverse your direction. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Bringing it back to neutral. Dialing your fingertips back towards your knees. Take a deep breath in here. If moving the fingertips all the way back towards your knees is too much, just go side to side or don't turn them out as much. The slower you move in this practice, the longer you'll be able to practice. On your next inhale, just release your hands. Flip just your right palm up first. Pick up the left hand and give the left hand a little shake. Take a deep breath in. Sweep the right arm to the right and up. And on an exhale, thread the right arm across your chest and over to the left. Stay there with your right ear down or press down with your left hand to roll your gaze to the sky. I'm getting a little more into the neck and the traps. Stay there for one more breath or float your left leg back and up. And then on your next inhale, if your left leg is lifted, keep it lifted. If it's not, lift it when you get up. Opposite arm, opposite leg, balancing table. Exhale, round and curl. Knee and elbow come in towards the midline. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, reach back with your left hand to grab your right hand to grab your left foot or ankle. Lift your gaze up. One more breath. Kick into the hands a little bit more. On your next inhale, your right hand comes down, spinning the right foot off the mat, using it as a kickstand for a modified side plank. Push down with the right hand, reach with your left. Left leg is straight and strong. Lower your left foot, anchor the outer edge of the left foot and stretch your bicep by your ear. Stay here or lift your right knee up. Stay there, bring the right foot to the midline and kick it out to the left. On your next inhale, we're going to bring it back to a 3-point tabletop. The left leg is lifted. Walk your hands back about a half an inch for sunbird bow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards the body and up towards the sky, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, if you only make it halfway down, pause there. Gain the strength and the flexibility with your practice and breathing. One more inhale. This is your last one. Exhale. Hover, hold, or tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. Maybe lift the right leg. Slowly lower both knees. Hands right by the chest. Slide it through to a lifted cobra pose. Looking over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Bring it back to center and up. And we'll meet back in a child's pose. Bring your knees together this time for a little more support in the low back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and say, ah. Let the whole body surrender. Inhale back up to all fours. And then we'll circle around the mat to the left for 3. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Reverse it. Last one. We'll flip the left palm, fingertips face the knees, or they face your right hand. Give the fingers a little wiggle. And then take your left arm to the left and up. Breathe in as much as you can. And exhale, thread the needle through the hole. Stay right here, especially if you're new. The practice is in the stillness, the calmness. You have one more breath. If you lifted your leg on the other side, lift it on this side. And then your inhale will lift you up to a balancing table. Left hand forward, right leg back. Breathe in. And exhale, round and curl. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep your left hand around to grab your right foot or ankle. Push down in order to rise. One more breath. Kick into the hand a little more. Release the bind. Lower your left hand. Pivot your left foot to the left. Modified side plank. Push down with the left. Reach up with your right. Lower your right foot and stretch with your right bicep by your ear. Stay there. Lift your left knee. Bring the knee to the midline or kick it out in front. Bringing it back in, circling your right arm around. 3-pointed tabletop. Lift the right leg. Inhale, look up, slide the hands back an inch or 2. Exhale, sunbird bow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sunbird bow. One more. Exhale, sunbird bow and hold. Lift the right leg up, maybe the left. Lowering both knees. Sliding through cobra pose. Look over your left shoulder. Look over your right. Look center and up. Exhale, lift the hips, knees together. Find your way into child's pose. Bring the hands back behind you this time. So good. Stretch your arms out. Lift yourself up all fours. Tuck your toes, sit back on your heels for just a moment and give your wrists a little shake. Shake down, shake it up, like you're shaking off water off your fingers. 2 more times, shake it down, shake it up. 1 more time, shake it down, and then bring your hands down. Open up your knees, all fours. Finding our way into our first turbo dog. Lift your knees, send your belly back towards your thighs. Energize the space between your index fingers and thumbs. almost like you're pinching your two fingers together. Lift your heels above your toes, shins parallel to the earth or a little higher, your choice, firing up the quadriceps. Take another deep breath in. And then let your inhale straighten out the legs, send your sit bones to the sky. And as you exhale, press your right heel down. Inhale, switch left heel down. And then alternate between the two. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. 2 fist distance between your feet. Soften your knees and grab opposite elbows. Feel the weight beneath your feet and try to even it out between the inner arches and the outer arches. Shake your head out, no. Yes. Sway from side to side. Breathe into those sensations that you feel in the back of your legs. One more deep breath in. Quality exhale, let it go. Release your fingertips by your toes or hands on the shins and find a nice long spine halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Let the weight shift forward into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Let the weight shift back into your heels. No matter where your hands are active. Exhale, fold. One more inhale, lengthen. Pause at the top of your breath on this one. Take another sip. Open up your mouth and say, ah, as you exhale. Soften the knees and very slowly ragdoll your way up to standing. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, find a little back bend. Firm up your thighs, lift your low belly, lower tailbone towards your feet. Inhale, gazes forward. Exhale, dive into forward fold. Inhale, walk it out to a high plank pose. You can always skip your vinyasa. Exhale, low push-up with or without your knees. Inhale to a cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your belly. Maybe your nose, maybe your forehead. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Try to get your left heel down. Exhale, bring the knee in. Look between your hands and step your right foot up. Lower your left knee down on the first one. Shift the weight back into your hips. Lift up your right toes. Pull with the right heel back and your left knee forward. Nice long spine here. If you're all rounded, maybe a couple of books or blocks underneath your hands. Inhale, lunge it forward, sweep your arms up. Finding your way into a low crescent pose. Interlace your fingers, biceps by your ears. Stretch to the right, side bend. Rise up and out of your low back here. Inhale up and side bend to the left. Inhale, back up. Circle your arms around, frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes and find your way into high crescent. From high crescent, we're going to move into our goddess pose, where the heels are in and toes are out, and we'll cactus the elbows. Stay here, sink the hips a little lower, but don't go any lower than your knees. Stay here, lift your right heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right heel, lift your left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels. Keep your knees bent. Lower your right forearm to your right thigh. Stretch with your left bicep by your ear. On an inhale, let the left arm circle in front of the body, coming to a side angle at the back of your mat. So your right foot lines up with the front of the mat. The left toes face forward. Left knee aims over second toe. Rise up, warrior 2. Flip your left palm, reach forward, and inhale, exhale, exalt, peaceful warrior. Take your right hand behind you and go for a bind. Try to grab an article of your clothing or the left inner leg. Take your right foot, heel toe it in once or twice. Try to keep that left hand, the right hand where it is, and find your way into a half moon pose. Lifting your right leg up, right toes facing the right. Both legs straight and strong. Stacking right hip and right shoulder. Soften your left knee. Place your right hand down. Bring your right knee in and a little decompression in the spine. Inhale, kick your right leg out and find revolving half moon. Lower your right foot, pyramid pose. Twist. Lower your left hand, soften your left knee, step your right foot back. So here's a little variation, and you can always skip it and just do your regular vinyasa. Either chin stand to upward facing dog. So you sweep the left leg back and up, lower the chest and chin. Inhale, scoop it through. Cobra or up dog. Oh, that feels so good. Exhale, lift the belly, lift your hips, back and up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, round and curl. Knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, left leg lifts. Try to get that right heel down. Try to get your hips squared. Exhale, knee to nose. Look between your hands on this one. Send your left foot all the way up. Lower your right knee down. Send your hips back for a half split. Left heel down, right knee down, and energetically pull those 2 points towards each other. If you could see what I see. We're going to inhale and find a crescent lunge. Lift off that back knee. Oh no, keep the knee down to start, sorry. Stretch up with your hands interlace. Side bend to the left. Rise up and out of the low back. And a side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. This time tuck your toes, lift the knee. Crescent. To goddess. This time lift both your heels. For 5. For 4. Tailbone down, belly in. 3. 2. 1. Lower the heels, left forearm to the left thigh, right bicep by your ear. Keep your knees bent. Right arm sweeps around the front of the body. As the right forearm comes to your right thigh, find side angle. Warrior 2. Right knee aims over at the right second toe. Flip your right palm and exalt, peaceful warrior. Ground down into your right heel. Really reach with your right hand to create more space on the right side body. Take your left hand around the back to bind with your right hip, or you're close. Bring your right arm out and find a half moon pose. Right hand 12 inches in front of right big toe or pinky toe. Float your left leg up, left toes face the left. Left hip stacks, right left shoulder stacks. Soften both knees, left hand comes down, decompress. Inhale, revolving half moon. Pyramid twist, slide the left hand back. Lower the right hand, soften your right knee, step left foot back. Inhale, that variation, right leg back and up, lower chin stand, or chaturanga, or skip it all. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, we'll do it again. Lift the right leg. We'll leave some things out. Maybe move a little quicker. Exhale, step the right foot up between your hands. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, crescent. Right hand grabs left wrist, gentle side bend to the right. Press your left heel back a little more. Inhale, rise up with the heel and the arms, and then exhale, stretch to the left. Press the left heel back a little. Inhale up and exhale to goddess. Lift the heels. Lower the heels, right forearm, right thigh, left bicep by your ear. Left arm in front of the body, side angle at the back of your mat. Warrior two. Flip your palm, inhale, exalt your warrior. Right hand behind, go for a bind, preparing for your half moon. Right foot, heel toes in, left hand 12 inches in front of left big toe, right leg lifts. Soften both knees, decompress. Inhale, revolving half moon. We're leaving out pyramid. Soften the left knee, step the right foot way back. Inhale, sweep the left leg back, chin sand. Inhale, scoop it through cobra. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot up. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, left hand grabs right wrist, stretch it to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, goddess. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. Left forearm, left thigh, bicep by your ear. Inhale, right arm in front, side angle to the top of the mat. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Go for the bind. Heel toe, left foot in, half moon. Soften both knees, decompress. Revolve. Lower your right hand, step your left foot back, lunge. Inhale to chin stand. Exhale, lower, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg. Step the left foot all the way up, right foot all the way up between your hands. Lower your back knee and send your hips back for your half split, or kick your right foot forward for a full split. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more. Deep breath in. Pull right heel back, left knee forward. 1 more. Slowly rise up. Bend the right knee. Move your left knee up and over to the right and cross your right knee over your left. Deep breath in. Reach your arms out and up. Exhale, grab opposite elbows and just pull with your elbows as if you're pulling them apart. Shoulder blades together and down. A gentle twist to the right. Inhale, center, gentle twist to the left. Come back to center, reach your arms up. Bring it back forward. Uncross your legs. Knees together, feet apart, coming into thunderbolt pose. Sit back between your heels. If you have a block or a few books, now is a good time to use it. If I had a block, I would use it right now. Oh, look, I have a block. So you can use your block like this is the way I'm going to use it, like this, even like that. You want to be able to find the joy in the pose. And if your breath is being compromised in a situation or a pose, back up a little. Don't leave the situation. Back up a little. Find your breath. Find your stability. Ground. If you have any other version of the pose, like coming back to your hands or your elbows or whatever, feel free. You have 2 more breaths. One more breath. Slowly coming up, tucking the toes, and finding your way back to a down dog and pedal out the heels. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps up between the hands. Lower your right knee. Shift back, half split or full split. Pull left heel back, right knee forward. Make sure your right thigh is facing down as well as the top of the back foot. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. Bend the knee. Bring your right knee to the left. Cross the left knee on top of the right. Inhale, reach arms up and grab opposite elbows and pull. Pull the belly back to support your spine. Draw the ribs in and down. Twist to the right and twist to the left. Inhale, center and up. Exhale, come back forward and down. Uncross the knees. Second set, thunderbolt pose. Maybe this time your block is a little lower or you don't even need it. Breathe. If you're all the way down on your back, reach back and grab opposite elbows again. I have a 70-year-old client that could sit in this pose for 10 minutes. 15 if I let her, but 10 is my limit. Lifting up, coming forward, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. We're going to make our way all the way onto our belly. Bring the arms down by your side, palms face up. Bring your forehead to the mat, tops of the feet press down and your legs are engaged. On an inhale, press down with your left foot. Engage the thigh and lift your right leg and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up your arms wide like a T. Bend your right knee without moving your shoulders. You're going to lift up the right knee and open it to the right. If it's possible, bring your chin to the mat. Keep the right shoulder down. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. We're going to counter this. Lower back to your belly. Bring your right ear to the mat. Keep your right hand where it is. Bring your left hand under the left shoulder and spin open the heart to the sky or to the side, left foot behind the right. Stay here with the arm up or reach back for your left foot or ankle. And try kicking into the hand with the foot. Half bow pose. We're going to slowly start to release to the left elbow and your belly. Lifting your right arm and left elbow. And then countering the pose, stretching the right arm across the top of the chest, moving it over to the left. Left hand out in front, left hand in front, use as a pillow, or walk your left hand all the way to the right. Breathing across the upper back, the scapulus.
Turn the mic when you get a chance.
1 more deep breath in. And then we'll slowly come to a Sphinx pose. Traction the spine by pressing down with your hands and forearms and pulling back where the shoulder blades come together and down towards the spine. Lower your belly, lower your forehead. Stretch with your arms back. Keep your forehead here or bring your chin to the mat if that's possible. Press into the feet. Press into the right foot. Lift your left leg. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, open up your arms wide like a T. Bend the left knee. Don't move your left shoulder. Open up the lower half. Left foot to the right. Left shoulder down. I see so often when I guide this pose in class, the left shoulder lift, and that's not the pose. We're going to roll back onto the belly. Left hand will stay where it is. Right hand under the right shoulder. Roll over to the outer left hip. Right foot behind your left. Stay there. Reach for your right foot or ankle. Kick into the hand with your foot, creating a little back bend. Ow! We're going to gently roll back to our belly in the right forearm. Lifting the left arm to the left and then threading the left arm across the top of the chest to the right. Walk your right fingertips out in front of you or all the way over to the left. One more breath. Bringing it back. We're going to bring our fingertips back alongside our hips for locust pose. Tops of the feet down, tense your fingertips, and lift your chest away from the mat. Try not to lift your chin too much using just the cervical spine. Use the muscles in your back to lift you. One more breath. Go ahead, lower slowly the forehead back down. Inhale, lifting back up. Maybe lifting your hands up. Maybe the feet. Maybe bend the knees and reach for your feet or ankles. And then rocking forward and back or side to side. Lowering slowly all the way down. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, peeling your chest away from the mat, cobra. On an exhale, tucking your toes, moving all the way back into malasana. Feet are together, toes are maybe touching, maybe not, don't worry about it. Let your knees open up as wide as you can. Settle the hips towards your heels. Reach your hands in the opposite direction. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. If you have a crow pose, play now. If you have a headstand practice or a forearm practice, play now. One more deep breath here. Bring your knees together and down. Keep your tucked toes. Sit back on your heels. Take a deep breath in. Quality breath out. Lean back into the feet and try to lift up your knees. See if you can lift up the knees without your hands, even if you keep trying and you keep failing. Keep trying. Keep failing. Keep trying. And maybe you get it, maybe you don't. Maybe your hands are down, maybe they're not. Open up your knees. Reach the hands out, send your hips up, separate your feet, hip bone distance, grab a hold of opposite elbow. Shake it out. Open up your feet a little wider. Soften the knees a little. Feel free to sway side to side or forward and back, or just hang here heavy, elbows weighing you heavy towards the earth. Navel to spine, sit bones to the sky. And then we'll turn the toes out, heels in, and lower all the way down to our goddess squat. Hands to the heart or hands to the sky. Two more breaths. One more breath. Lower your hands, bring your knees back down, and then walk it forward and find your way into a pigeon pose. And bringing your right knee towards the right wrist. Left foot lines up with the outer left hip and coming onto your elbows. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath here. Slowly lifting yourself up to reach back for your left foot or ankle. Stay on top of the left thigh. Drive your left heel to your glute or outer left hip. Push down with your right hand to pull the chest forward and up. Pull your belly back to support your spine. Keep the right foot where it is. Take the left leg around. Cross your left foot over your right. Bring your right arm up, left hand behind you, and find a twist. Counter your pose all the way over to the right like a little push-up. Bring it back around for another twist or maybe an arm balance. So your right arm is exactly where it needs to be. Bring your left hand down. Make a little shelf for your left hip and thigh, and rest your hip and thigh on the elbows. Counter the pose. Lifting yourself up, keep your right foot where it is. Take your left foot, right hand on the top of the left foot. Bring your left hand under the left ankle and move your left knee to hike up and over your left shoulder, and maybe kick into the hand with the left foot for your sundial pose, compass pose. Bring it back in, and we're going to take pigeon on the other side. So your left foot comes in and your right leg kicks back. Coming to the elbows or all the way to the belly. Blocks are really good here to keep tension out of the neck. You rest the forehead, the third eye on the block. Keeping a nice neutral cervical spine. Rather than it being all the way down, and just putting a little bit of pressure when it's not that necessary if you have a block. One more breath. Lifting up, left hand down, reaching back with your right hand to grab your right foot or ankle. Squeeze the heel to your butt or your outer right hip. My camera guy's making me smile. One more breath. Sweep the right foot around. Bringing the right foot, left hand grabs the top of the right foot. Oh no, we twisted first, sorry. Right foot behind the left leg. Right hand behind you, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And look over your right shoulder. There is no take one and take two in yoga. It's you mess up, you keep it moving. No expectations, no agenda. Just life. Counter the pose, over to the left, a little push-up. Bring it back around for another twist or an arm balance. Set your elbows up like chaturanga, a little shelf to rest your right hip and thigh on. These poses don't happen overnight. They happen with practice and determination. If you want it, practice it, you'll get it. Counter your pose. Take your left hand and your left hand around the top of the right foot, your right hand around the back of the right ankle. Hike the knee up and over your shoulder. Stay there, sundial pose, compass pose. Slowly bringing it in. And then from here, we'll straighten out the legs in front of us. If you have a block and you're pretty flexible in the back of your legs, grab it. If not, grab a strap, wrap it around your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Pull your belly to your spine. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Find nice neutral neck. On an inhale, you'll roll all the way up and back into a Shavasana. I'm going to be half off my mat here. No attachments to my mat. Just to the shade. Just attached to the shade. Take a deep breath in. Open up your mouth and say, ah. Inhale, reach arms up and over your head. Bring your legs together and print your spine into the mat. Exhale, bring the knees in, lift your head up, give yourself a big hug. Belly down, head down, rock it side to side. Bring your feet down, hip bone distance, hands alongside your body, palms down. Preparing and setting yourself up for bridge pose. Inhale. Exhale, peel the spine away from the mat. Option to keep your palms down alongside your body or interlace your fingers underneath you. Pressing the palms together, rocking side to side to tuck the arm bones underneath you. Chin away from your chest. Press down and in with your feet. Try not to squeeze your glutes. Another option would be to reach your arms up and over your head, palms face up. Final option would be your full wheel, fingertips underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, lifting straight up. Three more breaths. 1. Inflate your belly. 2. 1 more full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lower all the way down. Send your legs up, send your arms up. Dead bug pose. If you need the support of your hands to hold your legs up here, do that. If not, keep the hands up in the air. And then relax your hands and your ankles, your feet, your legs, your arms. Place your left foot down. A gentle hamstring stretch. Walk your hands up the back of your right ankle. Flex your right foot and then roll your ankle a few times to the right and then a few times to the left. Keep your foot flexed. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Draw the leg a little closer. Stay there. Kick your left foot straight out and then lower your head back down. Actively pushing into the hands with that right leg to intensify the stretch in the back of it. With your left hand on the outside of the right foot, ankle, or leg, wherever you can grab, and then your right thumb in the right hip crease to move the thigh off your belly. Guide your right leg to the left, doing your best to keep the right hip grounded. Kick into the hand. Lift your right leg up and guide your right leg over to the right. Grabbing either the outside of your right foot, a yogi grip on your big toe, or grab anywhere on the outside of that right leg. Left hand on the left hip, not to force the hip down, but just to know when the hip lifts, and then you know you brought the leg too far, so you'll have to lift it back up. On an inhale, the leg will lift, the left knee will lift, and you'll stack your right knee directly on top of your left. Bringing both knees into the body, either resting your hand on the right or the left, it doesn't matter, for 5. 2. Dead bug pose, no movement. Just observe. Observe the right. Observe the left. Not comparing, just noticing. Lower the right foot, flex your left, walk your hands up the back of the leg, and then roll around your ankle, 3 to the right, 3 to the left. Ends with a flex foot. If you want more, lift your head, extend your right leg all the way forward and down. Lower your head down with you. Take your right hand to the outside of the left foot, ankle or leg, left thumb in the left hip crease, and guide your left leg to the right. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Right hand to the right hip, left hand to the outside of the foot, ankle, leg, or yogi grip on the big toe. Moving your left leg to the left. Inhale as the left leg lifts, bring your right knee behind the left. Both legs and arms up. Pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your right over left again. Reach up for the feet or the ankles or the legs, whatever you can grab. Don't pull the feet all the way down. Create some resistance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your feet. Open up your arms wide like a T. Place your left foot down. Scoot your hips to the right and move your knees to the left for your final twisting pose. Keep your right shoulder down the best you can. If it's too much of a twist, uncross. If it's not enough, hook the bottom foot under around the right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Make your adjustments and then cross left over right. Scoot your hips to the left and move your knees to the right. One more breath. Bring it back to center. Uncross and center your hips. Bring your knees in. Give yourself one more hug. Maybe this time lift your head up. Inhale as the head comes down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees gravitate apart. Bring your arms alongside your body, off the mat, palms face up. Create a little space between your lips and return to normal breathing. Resting all of your attention on your breath and your affirmation. Stay here for the duration of class or stretch your legs out to each corners of the mat. Coming into your final pose, your Shavasana. I hope this practice inspired you to move through the rest of today, finding the joy in every moment, even the ones that are challenging us the most. Choosing today not to walk away from what challenges us, but yet standing right in the middle of it and finding the joy. Namaste, yogis.